All right, let's talk some Chucky. I think I first really want to just thank everybody who listened to my Halloween Kills review. I do really appreciate it. I wasn't sure that anyone would listen to me talk for 12 minutes about that movie, but sure enough, some of you guys did, and I do appreciate it. And hopefully, you guys listen to this too. Um, Real quick, we're gonna talk Chucky. I'm gonna cover the first two episodes since I was behind on making this review, so I'll cover them both. And everyone that knows me knows Child's Play 1 is my favorite horror movie. It's the movie that scared me the most, so that's why it's my favorite. I think it's exceptionally well done for given the subject matter. I don't think you're gonna find or do a better Killer Doll movie that takes itself so seriously and just has such a good atmosphere and is actually creepy and scary and fun. So obviously, I'm a big Chucky fan. This show had a lot to do in terms of getting me to believe that it would be good. The trailer looked pretty decent. You know, coming off of Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, I've like a couple things in those movies more so in Curse, but number one, Chucky just does not look right in them. So the show did a good move by making sure they got him to look good again, and he does look great in it. The good guy doll looks great, and that's a big plus for me. That automatically is points for me and gets me to like it more than I would if he did not look good, because in Cult of Chucky, I know they had a low budget to work with and probably constraints of time, but there's just scenes in that movie where it's I don't want to say it's unacceptable because I know how difficult it is to make these things, but if you're making a Chucky movie, you should get Chucky right, and he did not look right in a lot of that movie. But now in the show, he looks great. The first episode I really did enjoy. I was surprised how much I actually liked the main character, the lead kid, Jake. I just from like the pictures and the trailer, I got the vibe like, oh, it might be an annoying, angsty kid, but no, he's actually really likable, and you get on his side pretty quickly and kind of root for him. And I think that's the other big hurdle the show had, is to get you to like the lead character that's new. I thought his acting was good, and I thought he sold all the situations pretty well enough. I mean, it's shows so far about middle school kids dealing with Chucky, and that's fine. It's also definitely catering to a newer generation of Chucky fans, while I know later on in the series it's going to cater to us older Chucky fans, but I think it strikes a pretty good balance, and it's just well done so far. Of course, there's a couple little things here and there you could nitpick, but I don't think they're worth nitpicking at this point. I think it's already a step above Cult of Chucky. So I do credit Don Mancini for pulling this off so far and making it something that, has been fun to watch as a Chucky fan, and exciting to wait for each week. I know a lot of people are probably like, oh, a Chucky TV series, and they'd prefer a movie instead. I probably felt the same when it was announced, but I think the show's quality is already above, to an extent, the previous two movies. So I gotta say that this was apparently the right choice. I don't want to get into spoilers. I'm just gonna give my general feelings on the show. I thought the supporting cast is okay. Devon Sawa's in it, as many of you know. I think that's how you say his name. I thought he was pretty good in it, for the roles he played. And, I think in this kind of show, you're going to have to just take it for what it is. And there are kid actors, and I think they're good enough. So, the kids, they're trying their best. It's a TV show. It's not going to be Breaking Bad. But it is pretty good, and it's doing its job, and it's making me excited to see each episode each week so far. The first episode was, good introduction into this new plot for Chucky. And like I said, they got the good guy doll, looks fantastic again. I wish they could just get his hair right. That's like my only nitpick, is that his hair is just a little too long. I don't know if that's by choice or if it's to cover up something on the doll for the animatronics or whatever. I just wish it was a little bit shorter in some parts. But that's me being a mega Chucky fan nitpicking. Other than that, it looks really good. When it comes to life, he looks great. I'm very happy about that. There is a scene in the first episode when he reveals himself, and it's very impressive. I was impressed with how good he moved and looked in that scene. There's some other scenes, stuff's going to be a little iffy here and there when you're using an animatronic puppet, and I'm sure they have a time frame on the show where they have to film this and they can't keep filming certain shots, and they just got to go with what they got. But overall, the first episode for me was better than Cult of Chucky. And that's no disrespect to anybody involved in Cult of Chucky. I appreciate that it came out. I'm still glad we're getting these things 30 plus years later or whatever. And so I'm just happy that the show is, for me, a step up. And I liked the first episode a lot. And I was like, wow, that was really good. So the second episode rolls along, and I also liked it very much. It opens strong, and it's a Halloween episode. They play up the Halloween setting enough. I think they could have probably done more with it, but they still did a good job of setting the tone, and it has a nice vibe when it's outside in the street. It centers around this Halloween party. That's not giving anything away. And I wish it would have centered more around stuff in the neighborhood, but it's not a Michael Myers movie. It's Chucky, and they really, again, do a good job with Chucky's relationship with this new kid, Jake, and they make you believe that it would work, because the kid also, doesn't just buy everything Chucky tells him, but Chucky does a good job of manipulating him too. It's all believable. The animatronics and the facial movements for Chucky are great in this episode too. The plot, the kills are good. I haven't spoiled any of the kills. In episode 1, the kill was good. In this one, it's also good. So so far, it just feels like of a higher quality than the previous couple movies, and I don't know if it's just more focused or the way they're able to let the story breathe a bit, or if they have more time or more money. But I'm enjoying it more so far than those two. Like I said, Curse of Chucky, I do appreciate some things about it, but Chucky doesn't look great in those movies, so it's kind of, and some stuff is off in there, effects wise or anything, and so it takes you out of it at times, and it makes it a little less good than you'd like it to be. But so far I'm enjoying it. And it is one of those things where, in relation to Halloween Kills, that movie wasn't the best, but Michael Myers looked almost the best he's ever looked. And that is a plus for me, because when Michael Myers looks terrible like he does in Halloween 5 or Halloween 4, it takes me out of those movies. I'm less invested. Same for Chucky. So now that Chucky looks great, I can get more excited about it because it looks like the character that I like and that I want to see. So I give them a lot of credit. They obviously spent some time going back to the drawing board and looking at the older movies and getting it more to that look, and that's done wonders for it. And I think the show's quality is good, and I think it hopefully can stay this level of quality. My concern is, I'd say that when the old characters start coming back in, that things might get a little wackier than I would personally like. But so far, so good. I know the middle school subplots and stuff are not going to really jive with everyone's tastes for what they want out of a Chucky show. that's valid. But I think trying to get a new audience as well as still being loyal to the old stories and the fans and having enough nods to the old movies, I think they're doing a good job so far. Both episodes, very enjoyable. It's nice to have a Chucky show in October. I mean, that's a good thing. That's great. And I'm so far happy with it. Maybe we'll talk some spoilers soon, but overall, I like it, and I can't wait to see the next episode. And that's all I got to say really now. I know it's a little tough without spoilers, but so far it's good, and I've enjoyed it. And I appreciate, if you guys listen to this, thanks, and let me know what you think of the show. I know people always say that in these videos, and a lot of people aren't going to comment, but, if you want to let me know what you think, and I definitely will respond and talk some more about it. Eventually, maybe we'll get into some spoiler stuff, but I generally don't like to do that. I don't like spoilers, so unless I really need to talk about something, like I do want to do a Halloween Kills spoiler video, just so I can talk a little more about it, I might, but we'll see. So either way, Chucky so far, 2 thumbs up for me on the first 2 episodes, and we'll see what happens in episode 3. But hope you guys are having a good October, and thank you for listening.